Yo, what's the word? It's your boy 16. If you like the content on this channel, I want to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for post notifications. Also, I got a website at www.16shotonvisuals.com. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get to what y'all came to see. So, who would you say like your top 5 artists that you listen to as far as in the city?
Nobody. I ain't even gonna lie to you. In the city, I don't really listen to like, I mean, like, of course, people listen to Dirk, Herb, like, all right, cool. That's a given. But to really be nobody, not from the city. Yeah, no.
Speaking of Herb, like y'all had a relationship or grew up together, some shit like that?
Yeah, yes. Herb, I've known Herb since I was in like 2nd grade. That was like my first boyfriend. That was my first, very, very first boyfriend ever in life. But now I be bro. I'm the definition of when bitches be like, yeah, I'm that. Nah, but we was kids. That shit don't count. We was babies. Yeah, that's my homie for real though. Like, I really love him, like, for life. I always check on him, like, what's up? What you want, Hollywood? I call him Hollywood. He be mad as hell. He hate that shit. And he be like, what's up, Blackie? But yeah.
How did y'all relationship come about though?
We went to me, him, and LA. We all went to the same grammar school, Boucher, over East, and he was in my class and shit. And yeah, I remember I had my little kinky twist. And I came to school, and I was looking for me a boyfriend because I had my kinky twist. I thought I was grown. Yeah, no, he was always cool with LA and shit, but me and him had classes together. And like, we never, like, from 2nd grade, he always had the same number. It was like a 773-508 or some shit. He always had the same number. So like, if my number changed, I got a new phone, whatever, I knew his number by heart. So if a motherfucker bored anything, I could always text his phone. This, mind you, 2nd grade on up until he got like famous, he had the same fucking number. So is he a person who never really went anywhere? Like, you know how you grow up and then you grow apart from people or you lose motherfuckers and shit. We never lost contact ever.
So you know, what you doing music and shit like that, would that be somebody that you want to work with in the future?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I feel like it'd only be right that I do something with him. Like, it'd only be right, especially considering he was supposed to do a song with LA. I had to get on his ass. I had to get on his ass when I found the thing. I found the messages. When my brother died, I found the messages between him and her. And I had a slight tweak with him. Me and him had like a little argument on why the fuck you ain't do the song with my brother. He like, send it right now. He was supposed to get on the GAT. The 2nd verse was supposed to be for her.
Damn. So you know, with him and her being cool, and you know that being one of your boyfriends, like how did LA feel about that, or was he like too young to care about that?
Yeah, he ain't, at that time he ain't really give a fuck. Like, we was young as hell. We was young as fuck. He ain't care about that shit. He ain't give a fuck. If we would have got older and that would have been a thing, he probably would have been like, fuck. Cause he used to always, anytime I'm doing anything, he'll come and tell me like he my daddy or something. Mom had him fried. He'll come tell me like, look, yeah, I see what you're doing. Ooh, you need to stop. Like, show ass on, you ain't my daddy. But yeah, nah, we was older then maybe, but at the time he didn't give a fuck about that shit.
So you know, how was it seeing like him rise on the music scene too? Like, is it kind of, well, I ain't gonna say weird, but like, it ain't like kind of crazy to you seeing like hella people from like a similar area all either get famous or get money from music?
That shit is mad weird. Like, I be so like, I went to school with this nigga, like this shit really happening. This shit really happened. Like, how did this shit happen like this? Like, what the fuck? I remember my best friend, this was my best friend at the time, Deanna. She had, now when we got into high school and shit, she had started fucking with him and shit. So it was like, she was like, look at Herbie, woo woo. Look at little Herbie, woo woo, listen to his song and shit. I'm like, okay, I'm listening to it and shit. I ain't thinking nothing of it. Then one day, my favorite story to tell, LA had, he came in, that's when Drake had posted his shit or whatever. He came in, he's shaking his dreads. Dreads little as hell, look like he finna have a headache. Like, he's shaking his dreads and shit, he getting that, oh, we up. I'm like, who up? Like, what is you talking about? Like, what is you in my room talking about y'all up? It's Drake listening to Kill shit. We up, woo, we finna go crazy, we going crazy. I'm like, damn, what? Like, what you so geeked for? He was excited as hell. That's when I knew, like, damn, her finna take off. He finna go crazy. But I didn't really, you know, like, a person show you, oh, it's music. Like, we kids, my brother also used to rap when we were little and do little shit like that too. So I didn't think nothing of it because I seen my brother do the same type of shit. So when she first showed me that he was rapping and shit, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, yeah, he hard. Ooh. But it wasn't really, I didn't really think too much of that shit. But now, I be damn. Damn, Hollywood. I'm going crazy. I always check on him. I just message him like, you good? Straight? Anybody fucking with you? He's like, he be squeaking blacky.
So, you know, what you witnessing this, you know, in front of you type shit, was it like motivation to you, showing you like this shit real? Because a lot of people growing up in the hood, you will see famous rappers, but if you don't see it from your area or nobody similar from your area, it's like that shit Illuminati or that shit not real. Like, you know, a lot of people be thinking this shit be like set up. They don't know like anybody can do anything in the world. You just gotta.
When it first started happening, I ain't gonna lie, I had a bitter ass like mindset about this shit. I'm gonna be real honest with you, right? So, like, no shade to nobody and nothing like that, but growing up, me and LA, like, we kind of was hood rich, you feel me? So we had the shit, stuff like that. So when he died and I seen that, like, I'm like, Katie, that's our cousin. But it was just a lot of motherfuckers, like Herb, like all of them, they weren't having how we was having. So I was thinking like that was God, like, not saying that LA ain't deserve it, but he ain't need it as bad as other motherfuckers. You feel me? Yeah. So like, I used to be like, this shit rigged. Like, that's how I felt about it. Like, this shit rigged. How the fuck he ain't make it? How this ain't, you know, how this ain't happen? Woo. But now I see this shit can happen to anybody. This shit ain't rigged. It ain't none of that shit. You gotta know the right people. That's it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Even though I ain't know him, what opened my eyes was just watching Chief Keef. Cause like I ain't know him, but I'm like, I'm seeing where he coming from, and I'm seeing where I'm coming from. I'm like, oh, this, he ain't no Illuminati.
Yeah. He in this shit for real.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. My brother believed heavily into Illuminati. Like, he was the first motherfucker who told me about that shit, all type of shit. We was kids. This was before, like, he always been rapping, but this was before, like, Herb got on, was getting his recognition, all of that shit, before Chief Keef, all of that shit. Like, he probably was still living in Atlanta, cause he used to fuck with an OMG girl. I think it was T.I. daughter. One of them OMG girls he used to fuck with, and he used to, when he come home from Atlanta, he'll tell us all about like shit that was going on. What's them boys' name who sing that? You're a jerk. Them, that shit.
I ain't know that name. I just know the jerk.
Yeah, people who watching, like, he used to hang out with all of these little type of people. I think my brother best friend is solo best friend is, what's his name? Lil Yachty. That was his best friend growing up.
Lil Yachty?
Yeah. Yeah, that was his.
Matter of fact, I think he might have said that in our interview. I can't remember.
Yeah, so like, it's a lot of little shit. You know, like, he had a lot of little shit going on. It's just crazy, and he didn't get on like that motherfuckers thought he would have. But yeah, that shit had me thinking like, damn, shit could really happen. I don't know who it was that got on. I'm like, this shit, it ain't rigged. It's just who you know.
And your mindset sometimes, like, if you ain't aware of what you could do, you probably never even attempt to do it.
For sure.